I've known Milan Luthria for a long time, and he's a member of my amateur riders club, and we met there, and he offered me this role, and he said that this is a role that I could really make my mark in. And so I was humming and hawing about it, and he said, no, you do this role and you're going to really stand out in it, and I promise you that people are going to talk about it after the movie is over. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm very thankful to Milan. Before I saw the movie, when the first print came out, and I didn't even know, Jeetu ji had called me to compliment me on the performance, and I was like, Jeetu ji is calling me, and मैंने क्या किया है ऐसा यार? And he was very gracious and very complimentary towards me. And then that's when I said, okay, I have to see the movie as well. So that's when I saw the movie, and I quite liked it. So good.
हमारी तस्वीरें खींच के अपनी दुकान में लगा लेना शोएब, कभी जरूरत पड़े तो दोनों में से एक भगवान चुन लेना.
I mean, I'm no one to comment on Ajay's capabilities as an actor. It's very well known. I mean, he's a very senior guy, and he's a very cool guy. He's a very chilled out guy. That's the best thing about it. I think a leading actor is responsible for the energy on the set, and with him around, it was absolutely easy, campy-easy. He's very relaxed, and when he does get up and perform, I mean, I had one scene with him where I was looking into his eyes, and you can feel that there is something there. And I complimented on him, and he just smiled self-effacively. Very nice guy. In fact, I told him that, I want to follow your example as a human being as he is. He's not complicated, and he's in control without being in your face, and he's absolutely a gem of a person. So I found it quite inspirational to work with him.
जिंदगी हो तो स्मगलर जैसी, सारी दुनिया राख की तरह नीचे और खुद धुएं की तरह ऊपर.
Imran also is a very chilled out guy. He doesn't care about what's going on in the set. He does his job and goes home, and very relaxed, chilled out guy. And in fact, he had a baby while shooting for the film, and very excited about it. And I liked that. I liked the fact that he's such a family man and such a nice guy and good actor. इसमें मुझे ज़्यादा रिसर्च नहीं करनी पड़ी, क्योंकि डी और रिस्क में मैंने इतनी रिसर्च कर ली थी कि मैं आने वाले 10 साल तक भी अगर माफिया की पिक्चरें करूं या कॉप्स की पिक्चरें करूं तो मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. रिस्क में मैंने दया नायक के साथ रह के बहुत टाइम बिताया था, और उनका बोल चाल ढंग, उनका एटीट्यूड, उनकी आँखें. आई थिंक मेरा सबसे बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन उस पिक्चर में था कि मैंने दया नायक की आँखें कैप्चर की थी. ऑल्दो रिस्क कॉप वाज अ जूनियर कॉप एंड वाज अ much more action-packed role. This was much more of a senior cop and much more, mind games and scheming. This cop was actually responsible for the rise of Dawood Ibrahim. So it was a very interesting role to portray. The most difficult thing, I think, was to keep enough gravitas when I'm narrating the story, to give the story a kind of a background with depth of thought and depth of voice, to communicate that, I'm going to tell you a story, and you make it sound interesting enough so that people watch the rest of the film, because it begins with me telling the story and all that. So that was, I think, the most challenging part, to keep that alive, to not overdo it, yet to do it enough so that it captures the interest of people watching. And the whole, the narrative, voice narrative, which I had to do a few times because the stories changed while shooting and while post-production, thoda moda changes hote rehte the. So I used to have to go back and do it again. So to kind of capture that again after a long break used to take a bit more effort, but otherwise it was fantastic. No qualms at all. It was not that hard really.